Good morning. I want to welcome everyone and thank you for attending this opening ceremony for the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier Replica exhibit. Please take a moment to silence your phones. Our ceremony will include moments of solemn silence, and we want to make you aware that there will also be a gun salute. The St. Tammany Parish Public School System is recording this event to be shown in their classrooms. It will be available for later viewing by anyone on their YouTube channel. Please rise as our official party enters and remain standing through the reciting of American's Creed. We invite you to sing the National Anthem as it is played by the Slidell High School Band, and join us as we recite the words to the Pledge of Allegiance and the American's Creed as printed in the program.
I invite you to pray in your faith and tradition as I do in mine. O God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come, we praise you for your presence with us today and with those who served our country in time of war. We give special thanks for American heroes who from our beginning as a nation have paid the supreme sacrifice. Our hearts are filled with gratitude for those to whom we owe so much. Help us to show our appreciation in loving our country by supporting its Constitution, by obeying its laws, and by respecting its flag. As we gather today, may we not take our freedoms lightly, including even this right to gather as a group and the privilege to pray together. Give us grateful hearts for our wonderful heritage. Help us to realize our responsibility to keep the fires of patriotism growing brightly. God, Lord God of hosts, be with us yet, lest we forget, lest we forget. Amen.
We will now have the presentation of colors. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now recite the American's Creed. It is in your program. Thank you. I believe in the United States of America as a government of the people, by the people, for the people, whose just powers are derived from the consent of the governed, a democracy in a republic, a sovereign nation of many sovereign states, a perfect union, one and inseparable, established upon those principles of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity for which American patriots sacrifice their lives and fortunes. I therefore believe it is my duty to my country to love it, to support its Constitution, to obey its laws, to respect its flag, and to defend it against all enemies. Thank you. You may be seated. The nation pauses this year to salute the 100th anniversary of the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. The National Society Daughters of the American Revolution's local chapters, Wharton Chapter in Covington, Pierre de Mandeville Chapter in Mandeville, and St. Tammany Chapter in Slidell, have joined together to bring this exhibit to Louisiana and the citizens of St. Tammany Parish. We love our community and are proud to be partnering with the Society of the Honor Guard, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, to ensure that this centennial anniversary is respectfully and properly observed nationwide. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery was approved by Congress on March the 4th, 1921, as the final resting place for an unknown soldier from World War I. Later remains were added from subsequent wars to now represent all missing and unknown service members who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier replica is a half-scale traveling replica created by the Exchange Club of Rome, Georgia, and was built with assistance and permission of Arlington National Cemetery. It is the only replica authorized and recognized by Arlington National Cemetery, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and the 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment of the Army, the Old Guard, which guards the tomb. I would like to recognize the elected officials and dignitaries who have joined us today for this opening ceremony. Please hold your applause until all have been named. Rustin Lejeune, who is Regional Director for Congressman Steve Scalise. Joey Strickland, Secretary, Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs. Sharon Hewitt, State Senator, District 1. Penny Jones, Representative for State Senator Beth Mizell. And we have Warren Montgomery has sent a representative, Mr. Darrell Sims. We have Mike Cooper, Parish President of St. Tammany Parish. James Davis, Mr. Davis, District 7, St. Tammany Parish Council. Frank Jabbia, Superintendent, St. Tammany Parish Public Schools. Mark Johnson, Mayor of Covington. Michael Farrell, Chief of Police of the Covington Police Department. Chris Kaufman, St. Tammany Fire Protection District 1. James Schneider, Louisiana Society, SAR. Brad Hayes, Vice President, Louisiana Society, SAR. Lauren Durr, Senior President, Louisiana CAR. Michael Dunlap, President of CAR.
I'd like to introduce a special guest who has joined us today, Mr. Benton Thames. He's a resident of Ponchatoula, Louisiana, and he was an active tomb guard from September 2007 to August 2011. We are honored he could be here. Please help me welcome Mr. Benton. Thank you. Charlotte Hodge White is the Daughters of the American Revolution State Regent. And I now invite her to come and bring words of greeting. Miss White.
Thank you, Madam Regent. It is an honor and privilege to be here with you today to bring greetings on behalf of the nearly 3,000 Louisiana daughters as we pay tribute to this memorial and all that it represents. DAR is partnering with the Society of the Honor Guard of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier to observe its 100th anniversary on November 11th, 2021. Daughters have paid respect to the tomb since its 1921 Armistice Day dedication. While laying a wreath at the U.S. Capitol, then President General Ann Miner said, quote, "We laid this wreath to consecrate ourselves to carry on the cause for which the unidentified soldier had so nobly given his life." End quote. Every year we have returned to place a wreath at the tomb. This officer had the privilege to attend this year's 101st consecutive annual wreath laying. It was an extremely moving experience. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is our nation's most sacred shrine. It honors all of those that gave so much. Today we remember all those that sacrificed their lives and all those that are known but to God. May we never forget. Daughters never shy from the responsibility of preserving our patriotic endeavors. It is with deep appreciation to the Wharton, Pierre de Mandeville, and St. Tammany chapters for hosting this event. Your dedication to patriotic education to this community is to be commended. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this special day.
Thank you, Ms. White. St. Tammany Parish President Mike Cooper has taken time from coordinating our parish recovery from Hurricane Ida to say a few words. Mr. Cooper.
Thank you and good morning. I have to say something about Jeannie as well. Jeannie is a tireless advocate for our veterans and for the organization she represents on behalf of the Daughters of the Revolution. So our prayers go out to her for recovery from this incident. I also want to acknowledge everyone that's here today. We had some introductions earlier, but we've got representatives and elected officials at every level of government. We've got members of the school board and their bands, the North Shore High School Band, Slidell High School Band, and the North Shore Junior ROTC cadets, and representatives of local law enforcement and fire departments, and of course, emergency medical professionals. Thank all of you for joining us here on this beautiful morning here at the Veterans Plaza at the St. Tammany Parish Justice Center. I'd especially like to thank the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution and their North Shore chapters in Slidell, Mandeville, and Covington for bringing this traveling exhibit to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is a solemn remembrance to honor all who gave their lives in service to our country, particularly those who have not been appropriately identified. Not every soldier is recognized for their heroic actions. One of the biggest tragedies in war is that some bodies are never identified and honored for paying the ultimate price. That is why the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is so critically important to our country. I'm particularly touched by an inscription on one side of the tomb which reads, "Here rests in honored glory an American soldier known but to God." St. Tammany Parish is home to over 30,000 veterans and their families. And we want our veterans to know that we stand with you and appreciate your service and sacrifice more than we can adequately express. I invite our citizens to visit this remarkable exhibit today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And thanks again to all who has made this event possible. God bless you and God bless America.
Thank you, Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Joseph Untz is the commander of the Robert Burns American Legion Post 16 in Covington. We are grateful for their assistance with this event, and we welcome him to the podium.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. It's a true honor to be here today, helping out the Daughters of the American Revolution present this tomb. As a veteran myself, it's very special to me to be able to come to this site and visit with the tomb. I personally haven't made it out to Washington to go to the actual tomb, so just having a replica come to this area and present itself to give us that opportunity is very special. I want to thank Jeannie Newman. Let's give her another round of applause. I mean, she put in some work. She took one for the team. She got up here. She did the best she could, and she's going to keep on fighting for us and keep on putting together events like this. St. Tammany is a very special community. We put on a lot of veteran events, and it's very important that we continue to do so and that everybody participate. Me being the commander of the American Legion, that's the largest veterans organization in this nation. And it's truly an honor to be out here, and we're going to continue promoting our patriotism and Americanism throughout the community. We have some new leaders that are stepping up. We have our young ROTC here, our high school students here, and we want to set the example and make sure that they're proud to live in this country. All right, so thank you all for coming out. We are honored again to have the tomb in front of us, and we look forward to having the community over the next few days come and visit it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Untz. Aiden Hart is a junior at Fontainebleau High School in Mandeville. We have invited him to help tell you about the White Rose and its association with the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Aiden?
The white rose is the official flower of the Society of the Honor Guard Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, due to its part in selection of America's Unknown Soldier of World War I. On October 22, 1921, 4 unknown servicemen were exhumed from 4 World War I American battlefield cemeteries in France and taken to a nearby town where they were draped with American flags. U.S. Army Sergeant Edward F. Younger was handed a bouquet of white roses and ordered, "You will take these flowers, proceed to the chapel, and place the bouquet on one of the 4 caskets resting there. The one you select will be the unknown soldier." After kneeling in prayer, Sergeant Younger stood and circled the caskets 3 times, touching each casket. He then saluted and placed the flowers on the second casket to his right. Later recalling the reason for his selection, Sergeant Younger said, "It was as though something had pulled me. A voice seemed to say, 'This is a pal of yours.' Something seemed to say, 'Pick this one.' The roses remained on the coffin throughout the journey home and were buried with the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery, along with some soil taken from France."
Thank you, Aiden. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing as we lay wreaths in honor of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Charlotte Hodge White, State Regent, Louisiana Society Daughters of the American Revolution.
Present. Arms. Order. Arms.
Standing in for Jeannie Newman will be C.L. Clemenceau from the Wharton Chapter, National Society Daughters of the American Revolution. Margot Reinhardt, the Regent of the Pierre de Mandeville Daughters of the American Revolution. Bobby Foster, Regent, St. Tammany Chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution. Lauren Durr, Senior State President, and Michael Dunlap, State President, Louisiana Society Children of the American Revolution.
Present. Arms. Order. Arms.
James Schneider, State President, and Brad Hayes, State Vice President, Louisiana Society Sons of the American Revolution.
Present. Arms. Order. Arms.
George Haas, Commander, District 9, Louisiana Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Present. Arms. Order. Arms.
Joseph Untz, Commander, Robert Burns, American Legion, Post 16.
Present. Arms. Order. Arms.
Remain standing.
Please remain standing for a 21 gun salute and the playing of taps. Thank you. In closing, I'd like to repeat that Tomb Guard Society President Galvin Metcavina said, "It is important to remember that the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is not just about World War I, but about every individual who has served, is serving, or will ever serve, and America's promise that they will never be forgotten." I'd also like to call attention to another special person in our audience today. His name is James Cole. And he is 81 years old, and he is a retired tomb sentinel. James, can you please raise your hand and let us know where you're at? Thank you for being here today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can imagine. Thank you for attending today's opening ceremony. On Wednesday and Thursday mornings at 10 a.m., we will welcome additional organizations and individuals as they place wreaths in commemoration of the 100th anniversary of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. You are invited to stay and enjoy the presentation by the Exchange Club of a history of Arlington National Cemetery, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, the history of the Tomb Guards, and how they're selected and trained. And I'm sure Mr. Cole would love to speak to some people about his experiences. Again, thank you for joining us today. We will close our ceremony by enjoying an Armed Forces salute played by the Slidell High School Band, led by Band Director Fred Wild. And we invite you to stand and salute as your service anthem is played. Mr. Wild?